think it's crazy how like they dehumanize the people that they claim to stand so much, or even the people that they claim to not stand, like Stan Wars. Like, they talk about these people like they're not real.
Dinner with Friends podcast. Y'all hungry?
Hi, we're back. Did you miss us? Did you miss us? We're back.
I missed
I miss you guys.
So
You guys, I miss them. We're back for part 2 of season 1 of the Dinner with Friends podcast. So hopefully you stayed hungry because we're coming back with tea. We have stuff to talk about. We have tea to dish. We have dishes to dish.
Dishes to plate.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Ooh. Good.
So my only question is, are you guys ready to serve? Are you ready to slay?
Are you ready to serve?
Are you ready to serve?
I feel like I'm in like military in Gag City. Yeah.
But first, before we start serving and slaying and eating, I want to ask you guys, what food are you feeling like? What food are you serving?
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Sorry, I had a twitch. The food that I currently am serving would be a turducken. I'm feeling complex.
Please, what is a turducken?
It's the turkey inside of a duck.
Oh my
inside
God.
of a chicken. Or maybe it's a chicken inside of a duck inside of a turkey. But either way,
I think it's a
turducken. Yeah, it's
it goes
chicken.
in that order.
Yes, it's chicken
inside of a duck inside of a turkey.
Everyone is so creative. Like, everyone is so creative. Like, oh, anyway,
turducken with peas.
I'm feeling less complicated than that. I think I'm feeling like a tomato pie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tomato pie, y'all.
Why?
It's pizza without cheese.
No. It's it's more complex than pizza without cheese. Okay. It's a tomato pie is a delicacy in its own. Like, I love a tomato pie. I think, but it's from a specific place. I forget the name of the place. I can't pronounce it anyway, but I love their tomato pie, and I'm feeling like that.
Okay.
Very classic, very simple, just good, you know?
I'm feeling like peanuts. No, because hear me out.
Period. I'm feeling a little nutty.
Because the topic of today's conversation is stan culture.
Yes.
Stan culture can be very...
Okay.
Because
it could be nutty.
I was going to say salty. But nutty's too.
peanut.
Salty, nutty, you know.
Outrageous.
A lot of people hate it. But or at least
Right.
me, I don't like peanuts.
Yeah, I don't like peanuts either. I hate peanuts. I lied and say I'm
But
allergic. I'm not.
nonetheless, it's very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's engraved into everything. So you got to talk about it in some sort.
That's
but,
right. Today we're talking about stan culture.
Yeah.
The stands, to stand. Oh, what's the name of that episode?
To stand or to not.
To
stand
stand
or
or not to stand?
That is
Yes.
the question.
That is the question that we're trying to answer today. But before we answer all that, we have to do our segment that we always do, where we shout out someone who is doing something really good and someone who ate that.
Yes.
Or
Or somebody who paved the way.
I'll admit, I picked the one for this episode.
Yes,
and
this is
it's
Nathan.
a new
Nathan
controversy.
picked this.
I said Wattpad. Okay. And I picked I feel the judgment. I picked
I'm sorry.
Wattpad because at the
Right.
end of the day, I feel like Wattpad ushered in what being a super fan and a super stan was. Like, I know it existed back in the 80s, 90s. People were like
Wattpad
crazy.
is a
Even in the
scary
60s, people were
place.
crazy about like the Beatles. People were
Yeah.
crazy
Because
about
you
Michael
seen
Jackson.
the girl that passed out about Michael Jackson?
Exactly.
All he did was do this, and she was out.
And I feel like that is being a fan.
Yeah.
But being a stan, I feel like that was ushered in by Wattpad.
The
That's when the
access
story,
to write and pretend, like engrave yourself in the world of a real person. That was when something switched.
And I feel like the difference between being a super fan and a stan is like it's the accessibility for online culture, the communities you build online, because there used to be fan clubs, but now, and that's what I mean. Like, I feel like that's a different thing. That in itself is being
fan
a super
clubs
fan.
and fandoms
And
are
fandoms.
different.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
now it's stan culture. It's everyone is fighting to the death over their favorite artist. So I would say, I mean, not that that's a good thing, but Wattpad ushered that in, but in a healthy way. Well,
in a healthy way. Kidnapped by One Direction, healthy way.
in a more healthier way than Stan Twitter is doing so right now. Yeah. So I'll give a special shout out to Wattpad, because without you, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. Whether we want to be having this conversation or not, but we wouldn't be having this conversation today. But getting into... Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Wait, y'all don't hear that?
Bring.
My God.
Hello?
Oh, I thought I was losing my mind.
Right?
Yeah.
Hearing stuff.
Uh-huh. Oh, all right. Cool. Well, look at here. I've been hungry for a while.
What'd you order?
What is it?
Brussels sprouts.
Wait, you don't like Brussels sprouts?
Oh, baby, no, I love me a roasted Brussels sprout,
Okay.
but you had to play the role for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oops, spilled them. Well,
Take
it away with takeout.
Takeout is the segment where we go out onto the street and we ask the people of Philadelphia questions about what we're discussing here in studio. So this part of the season, we went to UPenn and we interviewed some of the students about what they think.
Are you aware of what a stan is?
Yes.
What's your definition of what a stan is?
I think it's like a fan who's like really, really into something, like really, really supports something. I know it came from like Twitter originally, but like, yeah.
It's like people who are like really huge fans of like, usually it's like a music group or like an artist of some sort.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like a stan is a fan, but like to a greater degree, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how else I would define it.
Do you think that it is possible that being a fan of someone can go too far?
Yes.
Okay, and how necessarily?
I feel like sometimes people get a bit delusional, if you will. I feel like people take it to an extreme. Like, they get obsessive almost and, like, see the person that they're a fan of as, like, someone that's, like, in their lives and, like, with them, you know? Like parasocial relationship.
I think some people that are like really aggressively Taylor Swift fans like can be a little much sometimes, that like they're too invested in like a celebrity's personal life and it's kind of like parasocial. I think that's a little weird personally, but like whatever.
I feel like there's, especially in like K-pop like stan culture, there's like stalker fans. So there's people who like follow like artists around and like invade their privacy and stuff, and I think that's when it goes a little bit too far.
Wow, everyone has a different take on stan culture.
Yeah, I feel like this was one of the most interesting ones because I feel like people weren't expecting us to ask about it. It was like silly, but then once people got into it, it was like, wait a minute, maybe there is something wrong.
And it seemed like some of them had their own biases too.
Yeah, there were some stans out there. We found some stans, definitely.
They're hiding. They're lurking.
Would you guys say you're stans of people?
What did you say?
Would you say?
You see the way she looked at me and dodged that question?
No, what did you say?
Oh, would you say you're a stan of someone?
Would I say I'm a stan of somebody?
Yeah.
No, I would say I'm delusional.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't think there's that less of an overlap though. I think there's a decent overlap between
it's a nice little chunk of delusion in a stan culture. If I could say I stand anyone, because I really got ready to say stood. I probably stand. Nope. Like, I just can't see myself going that hard about anybody, like a famous person. Now, if we're talking about somebody in my life, I definitely stand somebody, but I need to stand up. Is what I need to do.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. We all been there, right?
Yeah.
Times is hard.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a stan. I don't like associating.
You know where I'm going with this.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not. Anyway.
Sorry.
I'm not a stan though.
Okay.
I'm just an appropriately moderated fan
of
celebrities.
And what celebrity?
Okay. Like, y'all are really
frosted tip fella.
Frosted tip.
I could have sworn.
Like blonde.
Anyway.
Frosted tip fella.
Yeah, no, but I wouldn't say I like a lot of people. There are some people I like more, and I just like I don't think any action that I do would classify me as like a stan. Like, I don't have a fan page. I don't have a Twitter account.
Yeah,
I talk about music, but I don't even like post about it a lot. Like, I just like enjoying music.
Yeah, imagine having a Twitter page.
I think
Oh. Wait a minute. Imagine having a Twitter page.
I said imagine.
Imagine. Imagination. Are you a stan?
Not anymore. Well,
you had a Twitter page? Ooh. That's what we were talking about here. Oh my God.
Is it Beyonce?
Oh, it was Beyonce. It was Bae.
I may have had a.
It was Bae.
I may have had a little Beehive stand page
back
in the day.
I can see it.
Back in the day, it's
Nathan was
deactivated.
part of the swarm.
What was the username?
The Hive.
The Hive.
The Hive. What was the username? The Hive XX.
Oh, that's too federal right there.
Okay.
It might still be there.
It might.
I don't think it's deactivated.
I might still
just
be posting on there.
No, I lied. I had a fan page before.
Huh?
Have you ever made a fan page?
Yeah. My spam is my fan page of myself.
You guys, I don't know if you'll know pretty much.
You had
the boy
fan
band
page.
Oh my God! Me and my roommate. Well, my roommate especially loves
Pretty much. The ones from Disney Channel.
What?
No.
Where they might have been on Disney.
Pretty much. That's the only. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let me not shut you down because you might be right.
Thank you.
I used to love Pretty Much so bad.
Oh my God, 10,000 hours. That was my.
That's still my jam. So it's like a throwback, you know. Yeah, but see, you know too. Have you ever had a fan page?
Have I ever had a fan page of myself?
Right. You know what? I respect
That's
it.
just your Instagram.
Listen, let me tell you something. No, that's my spam. If I could stand anybody, it'd probably be me or my mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I want to. Yeah. The mirror part lost me.
Because
because
what's in my mirror?
Oh,
my reflection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I get it. And as you should, I'm telling you, because you deserve to be stan. But
I do.
Thinking on that topic though of stan culture, do you think that it can be too much? You can be too much of a stan. Not you personally, but just like the objective. Yeah. It's possible to be too much of a stan.
Yes.
Really?
100%.
How so? What does that look like?
My thing is
Twitter.
Right? Yes. First, yes. So like, I love everybody's so creative, and so sometimes when I'm scrolling on TikTok and I sometimes get caught up in like little niche topics, right? So that leads me to stan TikTok. Let me tell you, stan TikTok is one of the most outrageous places I've ever been in my entire life. And the vocabulary that we're using about real people in real life that can see this, mind you, it's bombastrous. I'm like, let me tell you something. They're talking, bombastrous. It's preposterous is actually what I meant.
Yeah.
You're putting your whole foot into these words. Bombastrous.
Yes. The way that these people are talking, like, I understand it's a celebrity and they're an influencer and they're a figure, but please, if somebody said the things that they say about these people, what do you mean you're coming to my front door to find me to give me a hug? I don't want it.
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Over Billboard charts too.
What?
That's so
why
crazy.
do you want to fight me? Because y'all don't like my song.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how like they dehumanize the people that they claim to stand so much, or even the people that they claim to not stand, like Stan Wars. Like, they talk about these people like they're not real, and like the people that they're speaking about can read this. And how do you think they feel when you're saying some really crazy stuff online?
Like, I get it. You love me, and that's cool, but it's like, you don't need to love me that bad.
Yeah,
it ain't never been that deep. It's like when Nikki said,
I don't even know your name.
That serious.
And you know what's so crazy? I feel like stans care a lot more about the achievements of the artists and the artists themselves.
Yeah.
And this goes back to Billboard and sales and things like that. I see a lot of people being like, oh, well, my favorite artist got this award. My favorite artist is like currently #1 on Billboard, and yours is like
not a flop.
number 48. Yours is a flop, and I'm just like, these artists, a lot of them, most of them don't even care about that.
Yeah.
You care more about that than they do. And why is that?
And they care about it because they just want the upper hand against the other person. But like the two artists that they're standing and that they're putting against each other might be best friends.
Literally.
And
they ride behind these achievements like they did them. They was in the room where it happened.
I'm thinking back to, now you guys might be too young to remember this.
You're 2 years
Wait a minute, Nathan.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Do you remember whenever Say So came out with
By
Nicki
who,
and
though?
Doja,
Yes.
and Savage remix came out with Megan and Beyonce.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was a time.
That was the
That was a
worst
time.
week of
Like-
social media that I've ever experienced.
And for what?
For what? All of those artists are. Well, this was pre-beef.
And
Yeah.
then
So like all the artists are friends.
Yeah.
They're
Don't
all, like,
forget
teammates with each other.
cordial.
Exactly. And like people are here saying like, oh well, like they're like throwing death threats at each other.
Yes.
They're pulling up each other's IP addresses, actual addresses, and I'm just like,
I think
was
also
it ever that deep?
one of like the other instances of this, like this is like one of the biggest ones I can remember, was the driver's license scandal with Olivia Rodrigo.
And
Sabrina Carpenter.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were going
my
insane.
gosh.
And then
I was scared for that girl's life. Like,
yes, and then what's crazy is if you listen to Sabrina's songs and you listen to Olivia's, they have almost the same story.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
It's
really,
like-
really, Sabrina was born first. You wanna fight this girl because she was born first?
I think the issue is.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Well, yes, it was
I'm
evident
not
what
gonna
the
say
issue was
names.
because there's a common denominator.
There
in
is
every
very much a
equation.
common male denominator
male
in that, and
denominator
we'll leave
in
it there. But that's the thing. I feel like at the end of the day, it's the fans perpetuating
Yeah, they
Yeah.
add
these
this.
arguments
Matter of
a
fact-
lot more.
I'm glad you said that because you know what be getting me?
Huh.
How are y'all shipping two married people to two other married people? Beyonce and Onika. The now don't get me wrong.
Well, you
I
said people
do-
are shipping them?
Yes. Y'all didn't know that Beyonce and Nicki have been being shipped since not partition. Feeling myself. Let me tell you. And
Yo, what?
these people can really edit. You know what? The way that they be editing these videos, it almost seems believable.
Especially
if I
with
was
AI
Jay-Z,
now.
I
Those
would think,
AI
yes,
pictures.
Yeah.
Yes. If I was
Yeah.
Jay-Z, I'd have been like, hey, B.
I've heard Beyonce. I've heard.
Why'd I had to do the voice?
Hey, B.
Hey, babe.
Nah, I can't.
Enough. No more Jay-Z voice. No.
No, you got to give your Jay-Z voice now.
No.
Come on. No, you got to give a Jay-Z voice.
I've heard Beyonce and her security guard Julius.
Oh, yeah, no, they're married.
Oh.
But they're not for
My
logical
fault, my
purposes,
fault.
for
I'm playing.
intensive
I'm playing.
copyright and legal
I'm
purposes. They're
playing.
not.
My
But
fault. They not
But
married.
yeah, this just goes back onto how like people do stuff without any thought for the actual people that they're doing it to. It's it's what I want. It's canon. This is canon. But like you can't make something real life canon.
First of all,
like this
the fact
isn't a
that
book.
we took that Spider-Man reference and ran with it,
yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
but it does.
It
It
works.
Does.
It just
does.
works. Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Kerry Washington and that guy from Scandal.
Oh no.
That's
No, listen.
yeah, they might. They
No,
might.
hear me out.
Or
No,
what's
hear me
Sydney
out.
Sweeney and that new guy from that
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Because
Something
did you see the
happened.
way that
Yeah.
they were whispering into that mic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was interrupting something.
But no, this just shows that like we all say, oh no, we don't add to, we add to it.
No, I
Like,
add to it.
We add to
Because
it.
in my mind, Kerry Washington and the president are married.
The real
like this.
president.
No, not Joe.
Fitz.
Not Joe.
Fitz.
Fitz.
What's his name?
I
Tony
don't know when I
Goldwyn.
watched it,
Yes.
but
Tony
I catch it on
Goldwyn.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how do you think this affects the artist though? Like all of us saying that stuff. Because you know what I think about, and I recognize that I am perpetuating part of this. We all are. That at the end of the day, Tony Goldwyn has a wife.
Yeah.
Tony Goldwyn
Why?
would be the
Oh
president.
my God, Olivia
Kerry
Pope, Kerry Washington.
Washington.
Yes.
Kerry Washington, yeah.
Kerry Washington has a husband. They're both married. How do you think their spouses feel about this? How do you think the people on the opposite
Probably.
ends of the rumors that are being talked about, how do you think they
No,
feel?
like seriously, we have way too much power with our words.
Yes. And the access to the internet to like share and spread this stuff, especially new technology, edits and everything.
Oh my gosh.
If I was someone's like husband and I saw an AI image that I couldn't tell was real or fake, I'd lose my mind. Like
I'm going insane. I'm going like Doctor Who detective crazy, trying to figure out. Well, this gigabyte didn't look right, so maybe.
Please. Do you think this has physical manifestations too on the artist?
Yeah.
oh, like life imitates art, sort of.
Well,
Yes.
that's not even where I was going with that, but
Oh.
that's also
Ooh.
So you know how like the whole who said this? Sigmund Freud. I'm about to get real educational in here. So Sigmund Freud, I'm pretty sure said your subconscious, like things you do subconsciously, you start to do them consciously once it's in your subconscious long enough. So right, if I'm famous, right? and somebody happened to ship me with, oh, I don't know, Jalen Hurts. So just thinking off the top of the dome. And we getting shipped together. We in all these AI videos, and it's in the self-conscious. It's all up in the air. Y'all manifesting, and maybe we do look good together. Now I'm starting to think, like, I feel like an affair could really start like this. Because no, not with me and Jalen Hurts. I mean, like, within the celebrity community. Yeah. Like, affairs could really start like this, because it could be somebody I was never thinking about. Like, I would have never been like, yeah, all right. But now that I've seen us in AI, you know what?
That child would look really cute.
Yeah, I'm saying.
All right, now. Not too much.
I'm saying.
Now, I meant in terms of physical manifestations.
Actually.
I meant, like, does this hurt the artist? Because you know what I'm thinking back to? I'm thinking back to this past summer when people were throwing things on stage. You remember that one video where BB Rexa got hit with the phone?
Yes, and had to get stitches.
Exactly, because some angry fan was out there in the crowd and was like, "No, I don't like." Mind you, you're at her concert.
Yeah, that you're an angry fan. Why are you mad at me? Because you like me.
People pay to go to concerts just to boo the person.
Yeah,
and I'm just like
especially with concert ticket prices now. Why did you drop $800 to do that?
Think about this. If we put all the energy that we put into these celebrities, because mind you, they're just people. They're just people. They breathe the same air that we do. They eat the same. Well, you know, fundamentally, they eat the same things that we do. If we put as much energy as we put into, I don't know, Beyonce's left shoe, if we put that energy into ourselves and turned it into self-love, right, the world would be a better place.
Yeah. Even self-love, community love, like nature love, like anything other than obsessing over something so small, which you should just be able to enjoy. It's like everything could be so much easier and better.
I think because there's an obsession with the person rather than the art that they're putting out, it genuinely starts to...
What's that called? Parasocial?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then it becomes, like we were talking about in the first part of the season, it becomes an escapism. And that's fine. But at some point, you have to actually escape.
Yeah.
Like, we're not escaping anything. And if anything, we're becoming more detrimental to, again, our community. So now, not only am I hating myself, but now I'm hating on other people because I hate myself. But I also happen to love this person. So I'm just going to focus on the love for this person. But in focusing on the love for this person, I have to really hone in on how much I hate everybody else. It's just, and I had to put the emphasis on it because, you know, the stands really be up in there.
Yeah. And you just tapped into something that there's a lot of self-doubt, unsureness, and just like, I hate to say it, but like you said, self-hatred, that people deflect that to other people in terms of a way. It's like punching down.
Yeah.
They think because the person that they like is superior that they could punch down to other people.
They
and that
are
provides
superior.
that false sense of confidence to them.
And then, like you said, how does that affect the actual celebrity? It's hard to be a celebrity and want to motivate y'all when y'all are tearing me down. Y'all want me to make music, but y'all gonna talk crap about every part of my,
they have a certain
every piece
standard.
Of my song.
Yeah, they have a certain standard set for the person they love so much. So it's sort of like they're like micromanaging everything they do in a way. Yeah. So it's like, are you truly showing love to them?
It's crazy because artists always like criticize labels for micromanaging them. At the same time, though, I feel like their fans
do the same thing.
Because on one hand, you don't want to put out something or produce something that your label hates, and then they're like, no, you can't put that out because no one will like it. But you also don't want to put out something that the label likes that your fans are going to be like, no, we don't like that.
Right. Yeah, or something that they like and you hate as the artist.
Y'all saw The Idol?
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
I didn't, and I won't watch it.
Anyway.
let me not. But nonetheless, I think at the end of the day that the best way to be like an ethical fan of someone or an ethical stan, because I'm not saying don't be a stan.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and you guys are allowed to disagree with that. I'm not saying don't be a stan. I'm just saying mitigate or just entirely eliminate the negative aspects of that.
Matter of fact,
you're allowed to love the person. You're allowed to love the art. But whenever that absolutely consumes you to the point where you're bashing anyone and everyone that doesn't fit to that standard, then I think there's some like deep unhappiness within you that you need to resolve.
Yeah.
Because
And
I don't think
then-
the artist wants you to be like that.
And
At
then
all.
they're pitting artists against each other. Like you said, we're pitting artists against each other who could be best friends in real life. But I just feel like we've had a rough couple of years, right? If we really want to talk about it, we had a rough couple of years. And I just think, like I said, if we put some of that energy of loving a random person, really, and we put it into ourselves, right? And really just, you have one life. Live it. And don't live it for Beyonce, baby. She gets her own. You live your life for you.
That's what she wants.
Yeah.
That's what she want.
Yeah, you miss out on so much by dedicating yourself to someone who may not even know you.
They don't even know your name, babe.
You know, they don't know you, but they can share their art with you, and that's what they're doing. That's them being vulnerable, you know?
Unless you're the person that got a restraining order against them from Harry Styles.
Oh, not the Anna Todd call. Yeah, it's like there's always going too far, but you know, as we said, putting that energy that could be going too far, put it into you. Like push yourself farther instead of pushing someone else farther.
Yeah.
And that seems like a great note to end our
Yes.
first episode back on.
Oh, I missed
love
this. This was
hearing-
great.
Yeah.
I missed us.
You guys are so
I miss talking about
This is so-
stan culture,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Take care.
Bye.
And always remember to
Stay hungry.
We did it. Yes.
Take care, y'all.
Bye-bye.